Luxury dog, we here, baby, we here.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back over the Octagon Podcast, UFC 319 recap episode. We're a day late and a dollar short, but we're going to get after it. Saturday night, we saw Dricus Du Plessis lose the strap to the new middleweight champion of the world, Khamzat Chimaev. Lerone Murphy with a crazy spinning back elbow knockout over Aaron Pico in his UFC debut, overhyped, some may say. Carlos Prates gets back in the win column over also a spinning back elbow knockout.
Yeah, buddy.
Over never been knocked out Jeff Neal. MVP does weirdo MVP things and gets the decision over Jared Cannonier. Tim Elliott with the submission over Kaya Zakura. Man, some other good fights on the prelims. We're going to get into it all right now. If you have not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up, like the video, and all that jazz. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or Amazon Music, make sure you follow the show. Turn on them automatic downloads.
Gang.
Yeah. All right, let's get into it. Main event.
Let's go, baby. Man,
Top
first and foremost, I want to say the UFC 319. We're in August. And in my opinion, this has been one of, if not the best main card pay-per-view this year.
Yeah.
Based on the results and what happened, in my opinion, this has been the best one to date. Am I wrong on that? Is that crazy?
I don't know about best one to date. I have to look. Like, I have to really go through.
Yeah, but the fact that you have to go back and look just lets you know that, you know.
No, that doesn't let me know anything. That just means that off the top of my head right now on the spot, I'm not thinking about every pay-per-view we've seen over the last 8 months.
Oh, no.
I mean, like you have two
finishes.
Sure, you have two back-to-back spinning back elbows. Sure. Yeah. I think that's a pretty easy.
Do you hype guys finishes?
I mean, it's better than Holloway Poirier 3.
Maybe I'll start to Poirier, but I think that was like.
I mean, that was pretty fucking good. Brandon Royval, Josh Van, Pantoja, Kai Kara France, and then Topuria Oliveira finish. Peyton Talbot, Felipe Lima. I mean, the worst fight in that main card was Dariush Moicano.
Sure.
I mean, you know, so like that was pretty fucking good. That just happened the end of June. That was 2 months ago, not even. I mean, that was a pretty good card.
I think outside of maybe that one though, 319 is competing with best card of the year so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than 316 O'Malley Marab 2 for sure.
315
I mean, I don't know. 315 may be the best card of the year just because Bilal lost the belt.
That's true. Yeah.
But other than that, it's better than that, you know? Like, it's definitely better than Shevchenko, Manon Fior, Jose Aldo, Zahibi, Natalia Silva, Alexa Grasso, BSD, and Kyle Prepelic. It's definitely better than 315. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, there's definitely, I mean, dude, anytime you have two back-to-back spinning back elbow knockouts, I mean, like, what the fuck?
But yeah, we can start with the main event.
Yeah, start with the main event. I want to
go right into it.
Because I do, you know, a lot of people got a lot of things to say about this main event on both sides of the coin. So, you know, there's the side that says, man, this was the most boring fight ever, like whatever. Then there's people that are like, oh, you're fucking, if you don't, just go watch kickboxing. If you don't want to watch wrestling and grappling, just go watch kickboxing. And I'll let you give your take. What I'll say first is I think there's a world in which you can think both things. Both of those things can be true at the same time.
I'm glad you feel that way.
I do. I mean, honestly, was it the most exciting main event championship? Hell no. Hell no.
No, dude.
Like, brother, he landed 530 total strikes with only 37 of them being significant.
Yeah.
Now, Was it just a complete and utter domination? Yes. Was that impressive? Fucking yes. Dude, if you can like literally how much is there ground control time? No, I can't see
21
ground control.
minutes.
21 out of 25 minutes he had ground control time. It took him 20 seconds a round to get him down, and then DDP never got back up every round. I mean, regardless of how you feel about it, that's fucking impressive. That's the champion he did that to. That's the reigning defending middleweight champion he just did that shit to. So, now, yeah, it was like, did he land good ground and pound? Not really. Did he hunt and have serious submission attempts? Not really. He was like kind of trying, but DDP did really well. I mean,
defending.
Yeah, he couldn't get back up, but he didn't get finished. So I think there's a world in which like both are true. Like it was a dominant victory, which is, in my opinion, entertaining. I enjoyed the fight, but I understand, like, you know what I mean? Like, just because you say that it's boring doesn't make that person like go watch fucking boxing then. Go watch kickboxing. Like, I don't know. Like like people are allowed to feel that way. But also, like, I don't know. What do you think about that idea?
So yeah, I'm definitely one of those guys that would much rather go watch kickboxing than that main event. But I also believe that, yeah, it may have been complete dominance and like taking down and not really doing much with it. But I feel like Khamzat found a way to not make it look boring.
Yeah.
Like, is that weird? Is that like, do you understand like where I'm coming from with that? Like, it was like a shitty way to do it. Like,
it was so
taking him down,
impressive,
holding there, and but it was like he almost like made it look not boring.
Yes, that's kind of how I feel. Like, I understand why people say what they say, but like, I do disagree. I thought it was exciting to watch.
Like getting him in the crucifix, like even though he was not doing shit with it, he still like made some of it look cool. And
he was advancing position.
I think maybe it was because knowing he was doing it to the actual champion, just made it that much more entertaining. Like, now, do I want to see something different out of him moving forward? Absolutely. Like, he better not do that shit every fight, because then it will ultimately become.
It'll get old.
It'll get old. No one's going to want to watch that every time he's the main event. Yeah. He's going to start losing people if he doesn't figure out how to strike or cause damage on the ground, like in those positions,
Well, and to be fair, he normally does, right? Like, this is if that was any other opponent, that fight was over in the first round.
That's true too.
Like,
yeah, I don't know. Maybe was it just DDP? Like, was he that good with his ground defense, that he just almost settled?
Couldn't get the finish.
It couldn't get the finish, but this is crazy because DDP has 1 sub attempt, and it was that rear naked choke at the very
end of the fight.
Yeah, and we were all going high. We were like, he mounted him. He fucking mounted him. He's got him down.
It is like that is I'll say where the numbers and the statistics on this fight are a little deceiving, because obviously they credit Khamzat with 0 submission attempts, and I guess like you'd have to have something like locked up for it to be counted as a submission attempt, but like that wasn't really locked up on Chimaev either. He got out of it,
pretty quickly.
So like, Chimaev, there was a lot of times during that fight where he was fighting for a rear naked choke, and would just give it up because it wasn't there, and going back to switching hands and going back to punching him and then going back to the choke and then punching and switching his hand again. Like, I do think he was trying to get a finish at like during moments of that fight for sure. So like, that's a little misleading, but yeah, I mean the 529 strikes, 37 being significant, not great, but at the same time, like I said, that's It's a championship fight. You just did that to the current reigning defending champion.
Because it's even hard to remember DDP on his feet, like standing for any of that fight.
Because it happened in 20 seconds.
Yeah, but I do think that he did cut Chimaev with like a punch standing up when they were standing up in the last round, the 5th round. He cut him
on the forehead.
Yeah. Like so, it's like take away the wrestling, and would this be a whole different fight had that not been the case? You know, I mean, I don't know if maybe DDP could have defended, it would have been a whole different fight. You know.
Right. So if you take away the wrestling and they fought in a boxing ring, would this be a different fight? Sure.
Yeah. Or even if he could defend a takedown, you know what I'm saying? Like if he defended it, would it be different?
That's the fight though. Like that's mixed martial arts. Like that's defend the takedown then. You know what I mean? You don't want to get controlled for 21 minutes, defend the takedown. And like if we really want to get picky about numbers, Dricus Du Plessis had 45 total strikes in the entire fight, 13 significant strikes in a 5-round fight.
Yeah.
He had less than 3 significant strikes per round.
Yeah.
I mean,
and probably 10 of those came in the 5th.
Like, yeah, if we really want to talk about and criticize Khamzat over numbers and statistics based off of striking numbers, that goes both ways. So let's look at it from the other point of view. And it's like, motherfucker, DDP was on his feet for 20 seconds every round until he got taken down again.
Yeah, but like we said, that style is going to get old quick if he doesn't change it in the next fight.
He doesn't need to change. He's finished every other person he's fought except for Kamaru and Gilbert Burns. But like every other person in the cage, he submits in a minute.
Yeah, like but people are gonna
a stylistic issue. This is like the first time we saw a boring fight from him.
Yeah, I know, but if he goes out there and doesn't finish the next guy and goes 5 minutes of just straight holding someone down and kind of tapping them, like then everyone who was like, look at Khamzat, they're immediately gonna switch up and be like, fuck this.
I mean, I just feel like after one fight, like a guy that finishes people the way that he does, and he has this fight, now we're like, if he needs to switch his style up, like that's fucking crazy. Like, what are you talking about? He finishes
who can beat him? Let's talk about that.
All right, so
I mean, I know you have names, but I don't think any of them are good enough to defend that.
Let's play matchmaker. We'll play matchmaker in the main event, and then we'll kind of work our way back down the card a little bit. So,
yeah, sure.
So next matchup for Khamzat, I think, is very easily the winner of Kai Baralho and Imavov.
Sure.
I think that's easy. I think that makes sense. Then I think you do not Izzy and Strickland fight each other, but Fluffy and RDR. So either Fluffy or RDR fight Izzy or Strickland. So either like Fluffy fights Izzy or Fluffy fights Strickland, or RDR fights one of them. So you don't do Strickland Izzy too. You do one of the contenders against one of the guys that has been in the top 3 for however long.
Sure.
And then the winner of those fights each other for a number 1 contender. So if it does end up being Fluffy and RDR, they would then fight for a number 1 contender fight. Maybe by the time that title comes next, I don't know. Like maybe the next time Khamzat's trying to fight when? December?
Yeah.
Or when is the
November.
November. October's in Canada. No, October 25th is Dubai.
Oh, then that's it. October 25th.
Or November 22nd in Qatar. So one of those two. I mean, he's fighting October or November. He wants to turn around and fight. I thought he said Dubai. That's Aspinall Sirogan. So wants to turn around and fight. But yeah, I think he fights the winner of Imavov Baralho. And then I think you give RDR and Fluffy, you give each one of them either Strickland or Izzy. And then winner of those 2 fights fight each other. And then they fight, whoever the champ is,
I
whether
don't
it
think
still
that's
be
the case.
Khamzat.
You're forgetting that the champ was reigning defending. He's going to go to the number one contender. They're not going 2 fights and skipping over DDP getting a chance to fight for the number one contender for the belt again.
Maybe, but there's a lot of contenders there.
I think you're putting Izzy in the conversation, and I don't think Izzy's going to be in the conversation.
Maybe not.
I think it's going to be, if I had to put my money on it, I think it's going to be Imavov, Calbaroja. Winner of that fights Khamzat next.
Yep.
The loser of that is going to fight either Fluffy or RDR, or it'll be RDR versus Strickland and Fluffy versus
DDP.
Du Plessis. Yeah.
So take Izzy out of it, like basically switch Izzy for DDP.
DDP, yeah, because there's no way you can't take DDP out of the conversation and put 4 other people ahead of him to get a chance potentially at a number one contender or a title shot.
Well, I mean, you're not really putting 4 ahead of him. You're going to end up putting 2 ahead of him. Essentially, you're going to put the winner of Imavov Braho and the winner of really be end up being Fluffy.
He'll definitely get a number one contender fight before that. If not,
So do you agree with me though that he does not get a rematch?
Yes. After that performance, no, you don't.
Yeah, there's no way.
Again, we've seen crazier things happen, and if he was just like a champion and then lost, like almost like a O'Malley type deal, like O'Malley should have never got the rematch with Merab. But he was a fan favorite, so he
had a defense technically. He had the Cheeto defense.
Cheeto defense, yeah. Okay, fair enough. But see, DDP defended twice.
Yeah, Strickland and Izzy.
And so
he finished Izzy.
Yeah, so we may honestly see Strickland and Izzy on the outside looking in, and we may see RDR
and Fluffy jump on both.
And Fluffy jump on both.
And the only reason I bring Fluffy into the conversation, Anthony Hernandez, is just like, dude's kind of on a heater. And I feel like right now, even at 7, like he's got a big name. Like he's 7th right now. Kai Bralho's 6th, but he's fighting Imavov, who's the number 1 contender. I mean, will be 2, I guess, after DDP. But
now the only thing I'll say about Fluffy, and I agree with you, the Fluffy hype is living great right now.
Yeah.
After his most recent win, but he did beat Roman Dolidze, and then the fight before that, it wasn't his best performance, in my opinion. Like, he won, yes, but I think that he still has a little bit more to prove. And I think RDR still has a little more to prove, too, before either one of them deserve to get a title shot, in my opinion. Imavov,
I don't think they're not going to get a title shot off rip. They're going to have to win one more fight in the top 5 to get a title shot.
Yeah, like they should fight each other. And the winner of that fights DDP.
Maybe. Yeah. I think it's pretty. I think it's consensus that Kai Bralho Imavov winner probably gets the next title shot.
Both of those guys are deserving of a title shot right now because they're putting on some great performances. And there's hype there too, you know?
Yeah.
But I think either one of those guys are beating Khamzat? I mean, it's really going to come down to how they look against each other because Imavov's got good takedown defense. Calbaroja's got great takedown defense. They both got good submission. They're both good on the ground. Like, it's going to be you have 4 to 5 names right now that you can kind of throw into this realm of possibilities.
Yeah.
I think the least likely scenario is probably RDR. Maybe because I feel like he still has a little bit more to prove. Coming from 1 to the UFC, only beating, Bo Nickel and Robert Whittaker, which are great wins, but your biggest win is Robert Whittaker at this time. You know what I'm saying? It's not Bo Nickel is not really a holy shit win for you.
No.
But Robert Whittaker, is Robert Whittaker. He's coming off of,
Yeah, but that was a split decision too against Robert Whittaker. I mean,
exactly.
It's not like he finished him the way Khamzat did.
Exactly. So, I mean,
yeah, I think
you can't leave DDP out of the conversation because honestly, Chimaev just could have been a bad fucking matchup for DDP. And
I
DDP
think
could go and
Khamzat's a
beat
bad matchup for almost anybody.
and DDP could beat all of those guys,
It's crazy that the hardest fights DDP had were the weight class below this. Gilbert Burns and obviously Kamaru Usman.
Yeah,
and those are wrestlers. Like those are
wrestlers and jiu-jitsu guys.
And then Gilbert Burns obviously with a significant threat on the ground from his back, and that might be what it takes. That's why I think RDR is interesting, and that's why I think Anthony Hernandez. That's why I think Fluffy is interesting, because Fluffy has this like ride 'em, grind it out style similar to Chimaev, and he's got crazy cardio. So like I kind of think that's why I think those fights are interesting. Maybe more so than
like size comparison though. Like I feel like Chimaev is big, dude.
Yeah.
Motherfucker's massive, bro.
Yeah, but that's what they said about DDP too. It's like, and I don't know. I feel like we put too much emphasis on size sometimes.
No, I'm talking
about
it
depends on the opponent to where like how much bigger they look. Like Chimaev,
like RDR and Chimaev are around the same size, I feel like.
Probably. RDR looks huge, but like it all depends on who you fight. We always say that, like, oh, he's so big. But like we said that about DDP, then he fights Chimaev, and like DDP doesn't look that big. Especially doesn't look that big when you're on the ground for 21 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? You don't look so fucking big when you got a guy just constantly throwing you on the ground and keeping you there for 80% of the fight. But yeah, I kind of think all these different ideas we've kind of thrown out there make sense. I do think Imavov and Baralho winner will fight Chimaev. And I think we'll kind of learn a lot more about those guys too, because we haven't seen Baralho fight in a year.
Imavov is 6'3".
Right. Yeah. Yeah, he's big. He's
a big motherfucker.
Well, and like that's the thing. Like Baralho, we haven't seen Baralho fight in a year. He hasn't fought since Jared Cannonier.
Yeah, dude, and honestly, the more I'm looking at all of these guys' records, they're all shit.
Yeah, like nobody has like that outstanding. It's all about just who's hot right now.
Yeah. Oh, shit, dude. Cal Baroja's best win is Jared Cannonier.
Right, which isn't that great. Now it was then, which is why he got himself in the top 10. Imavov what?
Imavov's best win is Izzy.
Yeah, his right.
And he's lost to fucking Strickland.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I know. It's like one of those things.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't be surprised if, one of these contenders ends up fighting Sean Strickland. Like, I think
Sean Strickland, his record, his resume is not.
Who's he lost to recently?
DDP.
Just DDP.
Yeah, that's it.
He beat Izzy. He beat Imavov.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
Like, that's why I feel like you give him like an RDR, or you give him a Fluffy or something. Or if not, I mean, who knows what even happens in the Baralho Imavov fight, right?
Yeah, to be honest, the loser of that fight may move backwards. Because
what I'm saying is,
and then height, you might pair.
What I'm saying is, if that fight's 20, it's a main event. If that fight's 25 minutes and they both get cut and beat up real bad, they're not fighting in October.
No.
So then now what? Now who fights for the title? Because it's not either one of them.
That's true too.
Now all of a sudden it's Sean Strickland. You're like, wait, what? Or now all of a sudden it's Fluffy or RDR.
RDR, yeah. In that case, they would have to book, dude. They'd totally run possible. DDP back again.
Yeah, I don't think they do that. I
don't think so.
I don't think there's a way to justify it when you have up and coming contenders coming off of like impressive wins. That's all.
Yeah,
that's all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we may. The loser of this fight, Baroja Imavov, may jump backwards a lot, just based on record, just based off a resume.
Nobody really jumps backwards. If Imavov loses, he'll jump backwards because Baralho will shoot to number 1. But other than that, like Baralho's at 7. He's not going to jump backwards from 7 because he lost to the current number 1 or number 2 contender.
Okay, that's right. I didn't know Baralho was 7. I'm not looking at the rankings. So
Baralho
Imavov is what, number 1 contender?
Yeah, he'll be 2 because DDP will be 1. Khamzat
That's
will be
true.
champ.
Okay. So yeah, Baroha. So maybe it would be better for Imavov to lose because then that would shoot Baroha straight into number 1, like the number
Why
2.
would it ever be better for Imavov to lose, dude?
Because
he wins
if
the
you want to
fight, he
see
fights for a
Fluffy and
title.
RDR, then you have to have Imavov out of the picture because if Baroha wins,
What?
yeah, if I'm thinking about that, right? If Imavov wins,
I don't know.
then
why
you
would
lose
it
the
ever?
contender of
Why would
Baroha.
it ever be better for Imavov to lose?
Because if we're talking about Fluffy and RDR, who we think is probably, in your opinion, the more exciting fight to see against Khamzat, am I right?
No, not necessarily.
So
I'd
you'd
rather
rather
see
see
Kai
one of these
Brawlho
two
fight.
guys. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if Barajo wins, you're getting that fight.
Yeah,
But if
well,
Barajo loses, then Imavov stays there, and then you're getting
saying
that.
from a fan perspective.
From a fan perspective, yes. I think Imavov losing is better for the fans because then it sets up more opportunities to see the ones.
I don't know if anybody beats him anyway. I don't know if anybody beats Khamzat anyway right now. Like DDP,
I don't know if he beats Khamzat, but
yeah, sure. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know that. I think the most competitive matchups are guys that are still 1 or 2 fights away from a title anyway.
Yeah.
So like you're gonna give him Baralho or Imavov, assuming, and we'll just see how that plays out, I guess. But I mean, the way that he dominated DDP.
Yeah, because you might be right. I mean, for all we know, this fight could be boring as shit.
Which one?
And this Imavov Baroha fight. I know, not saying it would be, but it could be. And then at that point, just like, do you really want to give either one of these guys the next shot at the title? Or do you have the guy who's only lost to the champion, who's talked shit about Khamzat, which would sell way more than 2 guys that just came off a boring fight?
Yeah, but I mean, Strickland's not coming off any wins. That's the problem. You should never go into a title fight coming off a loss. That's fucking, unless you're a champion getting a rematch, there's literally no way a guy should be coming off a loss and get a title shot. That's
this could all be hypothetical. This is all
hypothetical.
This is all going to stem off of it, whether or not he fights in October again. Anyways, I mean, if not, we could be waiting till January.
He asked to. Dana said, if that's what he wants to do, I like it. Yes. So, I mean, I think that's pretty much a done deal. You're just going to have to get him an opponent, which I don't think it's going to be hard.
Get
him an opponent. Yeah, of course. If you ask fucking Fluffy or RDR, if you start like bringing those guys into the picture, if that fight gets offered to that many people, you know what I'm saying? You can't give it to Izzy. I don't think you can give it to Strickland without a win.
That's true.
I mean, obviously, your first offer is going to be to the winner of Baralho Imavov. And then if they can't make that turnaround, then you offer to Fluffy or RDR.
An October turnaround. So you may end up seeing.
Not necessarily. That plenty of people do it. It all depends on how that fight goes. That's what I said earlier. If it goes 25 minutes and they both get cut real bad and beat up, then it's not likely. Now, if Kai Brawlho goes out there and knocks him out in the first round, book it.
Yeah, I'd like to see them book DDP versus either Fluffy or RDR.
Yep. I don't hate it. Yeah, sure. Do DDP versus one of them. Do Strickland versus the other. Book the winner of Baralho and Imavov versus Khamzat, and then go from there.
And the loser of this fight. Or no, I guess if Imavov,
we're not matchmaking losers of fights that haven't happened yet, dude. Get the fuck out of here. We're not about to book the loser of the 7th ranked guy. Who knows what's going to happen to that guy?
He should be. He's going to probably, if he wins, then.
So and then that's main event. Khamzat is champ and new. And then it opens up for interesting matchmaking. Now at middleweight, you have a lot of contenders, dude.
Wild matchmaking there.
Got a lot of contenders now, which is we didn't have before. We were in this like weird shuffle of DDP, Strickland, Izzy. You didn't have guys there. Now you have guys there.
Yeah.
Now you have guys available. There's no gatekeepers at 185 anymore. Guys like Cannonier are losing. Guys like Whitaker are losing. There's no gatekeepers holding back up-and-coming prospects anymore. Now you have a division, what will be a top 5 full of up-and-coming contenders, which is sick.
Yep.
We should get new fight after new fight after new title fight at 185 for till the end of next year. There shouldn't be a rematch at 185 until 2 years from now, at least. You got enough contenders to feed that division for a while. Pretty sick. Co-main. Yeah. Co-main. We called it, dude. Stop. Dude, no one talked to me.
Already knows ball, dog.
Nobody talked to me ever again about anybody coming from Bellator or PFL. Just don't. Now, here's what I will say. He didn't look bad. He looked good up until he got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, well, everybody does sometimes. I mean, most times, you always look good till you get knocked the fuck out.
Well, and that's the thing. You're overly aggressive, right? Like, you're overly aggressive. Lerone Murphy got his timing down in 3 minutes and then, countered that aggression with a spinning back elbow and fucking sent him to the moon.
Yeah, and you know what he could have possibly done there is overlapped Movzar for a title shot.
Well, Movzar backed out of his fight, dude. Movzar's not getting a title fight. Movzar was supposed to fight Aaron Pico in this spot, backed out.
Oh, that's right.
It's not gonna be Movzar. I've seen that on the internet a few times today. I don't know what people are talking about. He backed out of a fight. You do not get a title fight off a loss. You certainly don't get one from backing out of a fight.
Yeah, and it ain't like Lerone Murphy had a war either. So,
that's December.
Expectation was that since he backed out, he's undefeated and he was still next in line.
I think that's as good as booked. Yeah, in my opinion. I mean, Volk wants it. Lerone Murphy wants it. Dana said okay. Obviously, we have no official announcement, but in my opinion, that fight's as good as booked. Lerone Murphy, Volkanovski, December.
Off of Lerone Murphy, dog.
Depends what Volk we get, I guess, right?
Dude, if we get the Volk that just beat Diego Lopez's ass, he's about to beat the brakes off of Lerone Murphy.
Yeah, Lerone Murphy.
I like Lerone Murphy, he is like, man, Volk is another level of fucking great. You're gonna need a guy like John Silva or fucking some weird, crazy guy to go in there and beat Volk.
I don't think so.
Fighter ain't gonna beat Volk, dude.
I mean, I think the opposite. I mean, you just had Diego Lopez, who's not super technical, who throws wild and got his ass beat. It's going to take a really technical fighter to be able to deal with Volk.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I just don't see Lerone Murphy beating Volk, to be honest. But then again, like I said, it depends on what Volk shows up. But we can only base Volk off of one Volk. You always base him off the one that got knocked out.
Outside of that, I'm looking at his opponent. His last opponent is not a super technical striker. So, he beat Diego Lopez. No hate I love Diego Lopez. He's great. He's not a super technical striker. You're now implementing a guy who is a super technical striker. It's a completely different fight now. It's apples and oranges. It's not the same fight at all.
Yeah, I don't think he beats Volk.
It's a weird style because they're actually both kind of similar style as far as their striking.
Prime Leon Edwards.
Lerone Murphy?
Yeah.
I mean,
I saw that comparison floating around.
Because they're both from England. That's a weird comparison. I mean, I guess their striking style, decisions, they win a lot of decisions, not necessarily, you don't get a lot of knockouts. I mean, obviously destroyed Pico, but
Pico did take him down though twice.
Yeah, he got right back up though.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't, you know what I mean? I don't.
Do you think that, I mean, again, you think if Volk takes that same approach, you think he's getting up from Volk on the ground?
I mean, if he got from an Olympic wrestler, do I think he's getting up from Alexander Volkanovski? Yeah, probably.
I mean, I don't know. Islam really didn't.
So hold on a second. So Saturday night,
Yeah.
we're talking about how awesome Pico's wrestling is. He was on the U.S. Olympic team and all this shit. And now all of a sudden, Volk's a better wrestler than he is.
The MMA wrestling is different. We know this.
All right. I'm just wondering how much of your tune you're changing. I'm just trying to gauge like where we are. Your Volk bias is fucking crazy, dude.
What?
Your Volk bias is crazy.
Dude, Volk, dude.
I mean, he's currently the worst champion the UFC has. That's just a fact.
Volk?
Yeah.
You're fucking crazy.
Yeah. I mean, who's he better than?
The worst champion. He's better than Jack Della Maddalena.
Jack Della Maddalena is in his prime.
Dude, Volk is, some people put Volk in the
way
top
past his prime.
10 of all time.
Right, all time. I'm talking currently right now. What champion is he better than?
Dude, Volk is not the worst champion. Pull that shit.
Is he better than Merab?
Volk?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd argue it.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Dude, Volk is world class, bro. You're crazy.
Current Volkanovski is better than Merab currently.
Arguing, you can take it to the grave. I don't give a fuck.
Dude,
who has beat Volk? Ilya.
Yeah.
Who else has beat Volk? There you go.
Okay. I'm talking current though. Current Volk. Not Volk from 3 years ago.
Beat Diego Lopez, who was in his prime, going in there as a very hyped superstar, and beat the brakes off of him.
Okay. All right. He's old, dude.
He doesn't give. I don't give a fuck how old he is.
Okay, you don't. Okay.
I mean, honestly, as crazy as this sounds,
because after he got knocked out, that was the excuse. He's old. It's different. He got chinned. No. Now he's different. Now he got compromised. So he was compromised. Now he's the fucking best champion on the UFC roster. He's better than Tom Aspinall. 2
losses are to Islam.
Just stay consistent. Just stay consistent, dude.
I don't. Consistent. You asked me if he was the worst champion on the roster, and I said, "Fuck no." I'd argue he's better than Tom Aspinall.
A year ago, he was compromised. That's my point. A year ago, he was compromised.
Yeah, because he came off why he got knocked out and went right back in 3 months later after he should have waited to fight the guy who is arguably the greatest fighter in the sport right now. Yes, he was compromised. You can't take that and run with it like that.
Now he's the best champion.
I didn't say he was the best champion.
You say he's better than Tom Aspinall and he's better than Merab. Come on, dude. Give me a break. Better than Merab, my ass, dude. Get the fuck out of here. That's a crazy take.
I don't think it's crazy.
Yeah, so Lerone Murphy, Volkanovski, December.
Book it.
I don't know. How excited are you for that matchup? Let me ask you that.
I mean, I like it. So I can, again, come back here. We can relapse 5 months later, and I could be like, oh, Volk beat another in his prime 17-0 undefeated guy who's going in there. And old man Volk beats him,
Lerone Murphy is sneaky old, though. He is 35.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of weird. He doesn't look
35. It is
but
weird.
Are we sure that age plays a factor now?
It definitely does, yeah.
I mean, I know it does. But you got guys like Pereira who came in at 36 and was knocking motherfuckers out.
That's such a
beating Khalil Roundtree's ass.
Yeah, well, Khalil Roundtree isn't young either.
He's 30. How old is he? 32?
No, hell no. Khalil Roundtree's been around for a minute, dude. In my opinion, Alex is kind of the outlier, right? Khalil's 35.
35.
So I don't think it's weird. Alex is a weird case. John Jones, but again, John Jones, rules don't apply to certain people.
Alex, Volk, they're old. But as far as champions, though, I mean,
rules don't apply to some of those guys.
Yeah, Pantoja is not young, isn't he?
No,
he's got to be in his over 35, right?
He is 35.
Yeah,
and he looks I mean,
and he's
better than ever.
Walking motherfuckers.
Yeah, absolutely. So I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, Lerone Murphy, Volkanovski. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me then. I'm not that I'm not like excited or whatever, but it's just like that matchup, and maybe it's Lerone Murphy. Like that was a great knockout he had, but still in my eyes, like Lerone Murphy just doesn't really move the needle for me. Like I would much rather see the Gene Silva fight or like one of these guys that are super exciting. And like, I know that's crazy to even say after a spinning elbow knockout, but
you really have three options right now. I mean, but people are saying like, oh, Yair and shit. Like, I don't think Yair.
We're not doing Yair again.
But like Lerone Murphy, it's Gene Silva if he beats Diego Lopez, and then Mobzar are really like your three options that you have. Other than that,
in my opinion, Mobzar is not an option. He hasn't fought. He had a fight and backed out. He hasn't fought. That's not even an option. He has to win a fight before fighting for a title. So that's not an option.
Give him Yair.
Sure. Give him Yair. That's a terrible matchup for Yair.
Yeah, I know.
But sure. I mean, you know what I mean? Or give him, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Mobzar, I don't even care. Like, dude, Mobzar is so good, but it's like, you're inactive as fuck. And then when you do get a fight book, you back out. Like 50% of the time, he's backed out of fights in the UFC. How can you have a champion? Like, how can that be a champion? That's the only one thing I'll say about Khamzat. Like, Khamzat was that way. And then when shit started to get serious, Khamzat got more serious. And like, that's what I'm waiting for from Mobzar. Like, you're the number 1 ranked featherweight in the world, yet we're backing out of fucking fights. Like, I don't know, dude. It's a bad look. Lerone Murphy gets an easy title shot because there is no one else at featherweight. He just beat a debut guy to get a title shot.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What?
I know. That's crazy.
Like, it's ridiculous. Featherweight is in shambles, in my opinion. Like, really need. There's nobody there. There's not in the top 15 anyway. Currently, you don't have the same thing you have at 185 right now at featherweight. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we thought Diego Lopez could kind of be that guy. That didn't happen. But if Diego Lopez goes out and beat John Silva, then
back in the mix.
I think he's getting a shot. Yeah, I would say that probably earns him a fucking rematch.
Yeah, it wasn't like his fight with Volk was like bad.
No,
but Volk definitely beat the brakes off of him though.
Volk. Yeah, I mean, Volk just outclassed him. But he had some moments. He got some shots in, but I mean, it wasn't.
Yeah.
But whatever, man. Yeah, Lerone Murphy title shot against Volk. Cool. I don't know. It just doesn't. I don't know. It just doesn't move the needle for me, dude. It just doesn't. I feel like that's more Lerone Murphy. Yeah, I think it should be. I think that's a co-main event. But who knows with the current landscape, titles. January starts the new Paramount deal. What is that? What does the pay-per-view structure look like?
Yeah, because now they may do bullshit ass pay-per-views and not need to do a woman and a man or like a stack cards because they're guaranteed so much money. So it's like, fuck it. They could just do
it. Could be the opposite. Could be the opposite though. If you're not paying multiple champions pay-per-view points, you're not splitting that pay-per-view percentage amongst champions. Maybe they do it more often.
That's true too. Yeah, you might be right.
Like, we really don't know what the landscape of this looks like come January with the Paramount deal.
Yeah, it's true.
So it's hard to say.
You want to get viewers, want to get.
It's hard, right? It's hard to say what. I would say that January card should be huge, in my opinion. I think you.
One, 100%.
Yeah, I would say
4th of July.
Right. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, Lerone Murphy. Congrats. That was sick though. Sick ass spinning LVO. Did you see the meme that I posted on Instagram?
Yeah.
There is no meme. Aaron Pico's just dead.
He's dead, boys. He's dead.
Yeah, he was too. Holy fuck.
Speaking of spinning back elbows, though.
So spinning back elbow, Carlos Prates, spinning back elbow over Jeff Neal. All right, so Carlos Prates, another spinning back elbow knockout over
Beautiful,
Jeff
man.
Neal.
The key to victory is whiskey and cigarettes, dude.
I guess.
That's it. And beer. Whiskey, cigarettes, and beer. It's the key to victory.
I mean he's what a fucking
to a decision
star.
with Ian Gary, so he's better than fucking. I think that people always are looking at him too. Like, I don't know. I think people do think that Prates, like, they're like, oh, he smokes, he drinks, he's gonna fucking fail eventually. But dude, he keeps beating the shit out of people, and the only loss that he has is to a guy who is potentially the best in the division. You know,
he's sixth currently.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to get back on the Prates train and really
called out. What did you think about his call out against Leon Edwards?
Loved it. Loved it.
It does look like he may fight MVP though.
I do not like that. Get MVP the fuck out of the top 5, dude.
Well, they're not. I mean, he's not even close to the top 5. Prates is 12th. Jeff Neal was 11th.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
No. You do not.
MVP is 15.
MVP. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't like that matchup really for anyone.
Any
striker.
I don't want him to be good. Keep him away from the top 10.
Really? Why?
I don't like him. No, dude. I don't like him. I don't.
Why?
I just don't. I don't like it.
It's
I don't
such
like
a weird
why. I don't like it.
You don't like an exciting striker now?
I don't like an old man who they're gonna fuck up these young superstars by putting them up against some weird ass bullshit that he needs to just let him gatekeep that top 15, but keep him out of the top 10.
I don't know if that. I mean, they
both a title shot run, dude.
They both. Well, it's weird because that's back down at 170. So I don't know.
I mean, he's 38, dude. MVP is 38, and he could fuck up like 3 different future superstars' career by matchmaking him up with some weird ass dude who could just beat anybody with his weird ass style. I don't like it.
I mean, he can't beat anybody. You got to be able to grapple him. If you grapple MVP, you beat him. That's all. It's literally that simple.
Fucking weird.
That's why I don't like the matchup for Prates because, like,
yeah, I know. I don't like it.
I wouldn't stand there and strike. Like, I would never. Yeah. Anybody that's going to stand and trade with MVP, I think he wins. If you grapple MVP, I think you beat him. But if you're just going to stand there and strike with him. But, I mean, dude, they both literally agreed to that fight.
Yeah, but because Prates is about that life. But I don't want, as a fan of Carlos Prates, I don't want MVP anywhere near that fight.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to get.
I hope not. Prates has got to get a better fight. He's an exciting name now.
So he did call out Leon Edwards.
Yeah, give him Leon Edwards. 100%.
I think that's a sick fight. Him versus Leon. Yeah, I think that's an awesome fight. Him versus Leon. You know, Leon just got dominated by a grappler, so you give him a striker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's
MVP was like 34, 35. I'd probably say, okay, run it up.
Right. You just think because MVP has no chance of sniffing a title.
Yeah.
Why would you give him?
Why would you give him these up and comers to like fuck up their potential chance of like?
I get it.
Get it.
Yeah. I get that.
Not that I did, and I don't. I'm not a fan of his style. I mean, I don't hate it, but I'm not a fan of it. It's not my favorite.
I love it, dude. I think it's fucking exciting as hell.
The shit he does.
It's so fucking weird. I know he just clowns the best fighters in the world. He makes them look fucking stupid. It's crazy.
I hate it, dude.
It's fucking crazy.
I know I'm probably like biased, or I don't know why I'd be biased on that, but I'm probably
it makes no sense to me why you don't like MVP.
I don't know. I just don't like. I don't like that shit, man. That showboating shit. Like, there's only like certain people that can do that shit, and he is not one of them, in my opinion.
He is definitely one of them. He's the originator of them. He fucking knocked a dude out, then threw a Pokeball at him.
He's so corny.
He's been doing this shit forever, dude. This ain't like a new gimmick. This isn't a gimmick. This motherfucker just goes in there and flows. But yeah, I don't know. I would much rather personally see Prates Leon Edwards, and I think
100%.
I think it's a better matchup for Prates, just because I don't think MVP is a good matchup for anyone except for somebody that can take him down and grapple him. But like Prates, Leon Edwards, a good matchup for Prates, traditional technical striker. It's a good matchup for Leon Edwards too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Leon Edwards, technical striker. It's a good matchup for Leon. If Leon thinks that he can outclass Carlos Prates, I mean, it'd be a good bounce back. It'd be a great win for Leon. The upside for Leon's huge. And outside of Prates, like, who are you gonna? You have like Michael Morales,
who's
approaching that top 5 too.
Yeah.
Currently at number 7, who's a fucking savage.
Yeah, you want to get Prates in that top 7 because that top 7 can eliminate Bilal Muhammad off the face of the earth, and I would love every second of that.
Well, so I mean, Bilal Muhammad beat Sean Brady.
He won't
Bilal
beat him.
Muhammad beat Leon Edwards. Yeah, I think Sean Brady will fight Bilal a lot better in the ring.
100%.
Yeah, I agree with that. I do. I definitely.
Shavkat beats Bilal. Kamaru Usman.
We need to see Shavkat fight. I heard Shavkat was hurt, but then I also yesterday watched a video of Shavkat doing a backflip in a swimming pool. So little kind of annoyed with Shavkat right now.
And somehow, can we just do MVP Colby Covington? That I'll sign up for, dude. You want to eliminate someone out of the picture? Fucking give him Colby Covington.
Yeah, I still kind of want to see Ian Gary, Colby Covington, just because I know Ian Gary wants to beat his ass so bad, dude.
Yeah, but dude, Ian Gary's a weirdo. Remember, he was like, wasn't it Neil Magny that he was like, I'm gonna just kill him, and he went fucking to a decision with Neil Magny.
But kind of on purpose. He beat the fuck out of Neil Magny.
I know.
Yeah, that was like a weird heel turn for Ian Gary against Neil Magny for some fucking weird reason.
And then somehow Rod sold his soul to the UFC gods and was like, hey, put me back in the mix too.
Yeah.
Let's see how this fucking goes.
I don't take that very seriously. I take that about as seriously as I take MVP's chances of winning a title.
Yeah. Maybe you do retirement fight. Hear me out. Gilbert Burns MVP.
That's a bad matchup for MVP. Gilbert Burns is still Gilbert Burns. I mean, that's not.
He's old too, though.
He is, but that's a bad matchup for MVP.
I mean, MVP being 38, he's not going to go much longer. I mean,
he's going to fight. I mean, he just fought middleweight, right? He beat Jared Cannonier. Middleweight. He's trying to be a middleweight. He just beat the 9th ranked middleweight.
Oh, so then we wouldn't even have to worry about him fighting Carlos Prates. Because he's
not really, but they kind of agreed to the fight already. So there's a possibility that MVP goes back and takes the fight at 170.
I was wondering what the fuck we were talking about with welterweight so much.
It's kind of like a Kevin Holland situation. Well, MVP came in as a welterweight. It's kind of like a Kevin Holland thing. He's back and forth. But like now he was like saying like, oh, I don't feel like a real welterweight yet. Like he's trying to stay at middleweight, excuse me. He's trying to stay at middleweight, and he beat Jared Cannonier, who's the 9th ranked middleweight in the world. Like, dude, that's, he's an older, but like, fuck. That's like, it's a good win, dude. That's not like, that's a fucking good win.
So will he move? I guess he'll be a ranked middleweight, won't he?
Yeah. Fuck yeah. He'll be a top 10 ranked middleweight.
Oh, yeah. Then we need to stop talking about MVP. Fuck him, dude. Go to middleweight. Stay out of the welterweight division, dude.
Well, we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen with that. Like I said, I would much rather get Prates, Leon Edwards. Nobody's heard from Leon Edwards though. Did you see that meme somebody posted?
3 years to Dagestan. He forgot. That motherfucker's been back lethal.
Pray for Carlos Prates then. Fuck. We did just kind of talk about MVP Cannonier fight. Yeah, I mean, dude, that's a good win for MVP. He's about to be a top 10 ranked middleweight. We crazy.
15 minutes talking about the welterweight division, and I'm sitting here thinking we're fucking comparing MVP to match him up with welterweights, and he just fucking beat the number 9 middleweight, and I wasn't even thinking about that the whole time we were talking.
Yeah, like I said, he came in as a welterweight. He's fought at 170.
Down to welterweight, then he's big.
Yeah, he's not real. He's not like a real middleweight though. He's kind of small for middleweight, but he is tall.
Yeah,
He's
he's
just
very
not
tall.
really beefy. You know, he's not as beefed up as some of those
How do you
guys.
think
Like
RDR versus fucking MVP would go?
I think RDR beats him. Yeah, I think RDR beats him pretty easily. I think RDR gets him in a clinch and gets him on the ground and submits him. I don't think MVP has much of a chance. He's too small in that division. Like, I don't think if he moves to 9, like Whitaker might be a good fight for MVP, you know? But like, I don't think any of these guys in middleweight are all kind of like pretty grapple heavy
Yeah,
and they're big bodies.
maybe so. You might be right.
It's yeah, it's kind of rough. I mean, now he's the 9th ranked guy. Every fight's going to be kind of rough for him.
Yeah.
But either way, I like MVP. I like the style. It's fucking weird. I like it. It's exciting. He embarrasses the best fighters in the world. That to me is impressive. I don't give a fuck. I mean, to do that shit to Jared Cannonier, previous title challengers, ridiculous. And he does it to everybody. It was really bad against Kevin Holland. I mean, it's fucking wild what he does to people. Flyweight opened up the main card. Tim Elliott gets submission win over Kai Sakura.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
From Tim Elliott.
Tim Elliott. I mean,
layoff.
Look. Right.
Looked good.
Yeah, I mean, he looked good. Kai Sakura just looked really bad too, though. Like Kai Sakura has no ground game. It's fucking crazy. I don't understand. I genuinely don't understand how he's gotten this far in his career. It's fucking
well,
absurd.
that's what happens when you fight in those foreign ass, rising foreign ass companies where it's so like kickboxing.
I think he goes back. I think he leaves the UFC. I think he goes back.
ONE FC should sign him.
Yeah, I think he's going to go back to Ryzen. He can go home. He can fight in Japan. He can stay in Japan. I think he goes back. I would venture to say we don't see Kai Sakura fight in the UFC anymore.
Unless he got a 3-fight deal.
Yeah, but he might ask him to release him. Like they could mutually agree to that.
Yeah, that's true too. I mean, he wouldn't do that though. He's probably making fucking good money. Guy came in and got an immediate.
Maybe he might make better money in Japan. To be like the superstar Ryzen, he could probably make better money than he's not probably making crazy money in the UFC. Realistically. I don't know. I don't think we see him fight in the UFC again, dude. Especially after that. You get submitted by Tim Elliott. I mean, he was 15th. He's going to be unranked. Yeah, he's going to be unranked. Kai Sakura. So, but yeah, Tim Elliott's 38.
Another guy.
Yeah, I mean, but he was 11th. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know.
Give him Steve Erceg. I don't know. Fuck it.
Tim Elliott, Steve Erceg. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Depends on what Tim Elliott's trying to do. I don't know. Like some of these guys, like they don't fight barely. They're old as shit. Like you may never see him again.
They just come in and fuck up these superstars. Yeah. And we're like, damn. Now we got to deal with this old guy.
Yeah, I think Kai Sakura got exposed in that fight against Pantoja, and everybody was like, "Oh, well, it's Pantoja. He's still really good." And now you get beat like that against Tim Elliott, and it's like, all right, maybe he's actually not that good.
Not that good, yeah.
That was the main card. All right. I don't know that we have to talk about all of the prelims, but I want to touch on. Well, definitely Bangsengur Susakayev.
Yeah.
Gets the submission over Eric Nolan. Eric Nolan is a welterweight. Just saying. So he came up a weight class, a big weight class, on short notice to take this fight. I mean, mad respect to him for that. And especially against that guy. And he was landing low key.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
He's a dog. He definitely did not come to fucking lay down and die. He came down to throw. But he got submitted in the second round, which is still a better outcome than Susurkaev's opponent had on the Contender Series Tuesday.
Yeah.
But yeah, Susurkaev fights Tuesday, gets his contract, and then comes out and gets a finish in his debut, as the featured prelim on a UFC pay-per-view event. I mean, just crazy. And he's middleweight. I wouldn't. He's Khamzat's training partner, one of Khamzat's buddies. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he makes a surge very quickly into the rankings.
It's possible.
Like, he's going to get big fights pretty quick, especially off of doing what he just did. You take 2 fights 4 days apart, it's coming, dude.
He was ready to go again.
Yeah, he didn't, he's tough, dude. He took some shots too, but shout out to both of those guys for doing that. And that was an entertaining fight. I nothing but respect for them. Gerald Meerschaert got knocked the fuck out in the first round. That was fucking pathetic. I don't even want to talk about that. I don't know what he was doing in there, dude. We were literally laughing watching that fight because it was like he was thrown in slow motion. It was the craziest, dude. What the fuck was that?
He looked dookie.
I don't care about women's fight. Lupe Godinez, good job. Don't care. Chase Hooper got KO'd by Alexander Hernandez. Sweet, I guess. Don't really care about Alexander Hernandez. Sucks for Chase Hooper.
Hype. Just
yep, that went away. Jakar Close, solid win over Edson Barbosa. Karine Silva, shitty decision win over Dion Barbosa. Arguably lost. But actually, looking at I don't know if you looked at the verdict scorecard.
Yeah.
Obviously that's fan voted.
Yep.
They had Karine Silva winning 2 and 3.
Yeah, that's all 3 judges did too. So it's like maybe it was accurate. I mean, maybe we were just seeing something that we weren't seeing,
Yep, but not really an impressive win for her though.
No, not at all.
And coming off a loss to Araujo, not impressed by her. At one time, I thought she was going to be really good, and now she's kind of faltered, as a lot of women fighters do.
Yeah, especially when they get into like the better fights and stuff. Levels, you really see levels to this.
They all kind of win and lose, though. It's weird. Like
there's only like a few, like your Whaleys, your Shevchenkos that are like Nunez's that are no one's fucking touching them.
But everyone even beyond champs, talk about contenders.
Yeah.
Like your girl, Natalia Silva. She's one that really has just come up.
Yep.
Even when you talk about other women's fighters, like the Macy Barbers, Baby Shark.
They've all lost and one, lost
one. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a very strange thing in women's MMA.
It is.
It's very weird. But I do want to talk about a little bit. Dude, Joseph Morales. Hell yeah.
Oh, dude. What a fucking dog. I want that guy to be a champion one day. I was so hyped for the first fight of the night. That's the first time that and probably ever, that I could say that after watching that fight, it was go time, bro. Like, it's hard to get me locked in after fight number 1. And that fight had me fucking
We've had some great fights to start cards.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where you're like, hell yeah, this is the night it's gonna be. But it's the story for me. It was the story for me. Yeah. It was how emotional he was. Like, he was in the UFC. He went 0-2 and got cut. He fought fucking Davison Figueiredo though and loses, right? And Davison Figueiredo goes on to be a champion and one of the greatest flyweight champions at that. Davison Figueiredo, legit. And now he makes this comeback to join the Ultimate Fighter, like to go through the gauntlet.
Yep.
Man, and be the underdog going in against an undefeated guy from Kazakhstan that everybody is hyped on. He outstruck him.
375 underdog at that.
he fucking outstruck him. That's where they thought he was going to have the, like where what's his name? Idris was going to have the advantage, but it didn't look like it, man. Joseph Morales, you fucking dog.
What a dog, dude.
God, you fucking dog.
I'm all for it.
Man, hell yeah. That's a fucking dude. What a win. Pretty even on the numbers, but the takedowns, submissions, and then he ends up getting that triangle. It was beautiful.
So beautiful.
Beautiful.
Dude. Yeah.
God, it was awesome.
I think I was texting you. I was like, I want this dude to be a champ, bro. I was like, this guy's awesome.
Listen, I don't think he ever becomes a champion. I'm going to be real with you.
Probably not, but
I don't think he ever becomes a champion. But
damn it, if I didn't feel like I was watching my first ever Trevor Peak fight. This
sure
dog out there, dog. That first fight I ever watched Trevor Peak, I was like, I love this motherfucker. Then he goes out the next fight, and you're like, what the fuck? This guy sucks.
Yeah, I mean, look, he lost 2 fights back in 2018. It's fucking 7 years later. He finds himself in the Ultimate Fighter finale and just dominates. And like I said, dude, it's the story for me. It's being the underdog in this, huge underdog. And then he goes out, submits the dude, dominates him on the ground. And then it was like the way he acted afterwards. Like, dude, you could tell how like he was going around talking to everybody in the cage. He was fucking crying, hype, didn't know what to say or do. Then just carrying the Ultimate Fighter trophy around. Listen, man, holy shit. That was beautiful. Beautiful. It's one of the reasons what makes this sport so fucking awesome. Like that dude has a story. That's one of the things that make this sport so fucking awesome. He looked sick. His ground game's legit.
Definitely better than the last year's Ultimate Fighter finale.
Yeah, I don't even remember it. Who was it?
Wasn't that like veterans or whatever?
Is that who that was? Was that the McGregor season?
No, wasn't
there one in between them?
And
oh yeah, Shevchenko Grasso. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck those dudes.
You don't even remember that shit. That was the guy that was like, I'm the warrior.
Yeah, that's where Odin came from. Yeah.
I'm Odin. Yeah.
He didn't win, though. He lost the Ultimate Fighter. He didn't even win the Ultimate Fighter.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then season before that was McGregor.
Yeah. Which produce more old ass veterans that really just fight on early prelim fights.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all good, dude. Shout out to Joseph Morales. But we did a little bit of matchmaking. We went through all the matchups. What do you give it out of 10?
Oh, dude, 8.5.
8.5.
Yeah, I was a big fan of the main card. And the overall pay-per-view was good.
The whole card. Yeah, I mean, I'd give it an 8, I think. I think at least an 8. I think it's an easy 8. I won't go as far as 8.5. Give me the 8.2. Give me the 8.2 for this.
Fair.
I think it's an easy 8 with the finishes, with, the guy making a 4-day turnaround after Contender Series, with the Ultimate Fighter finale, with the main card, with the two spinning back elbows. Now, if Khamzat got a finish, I might get more in the 8.5, start approaching that realm. But I think everything considered, give me an 8.2. And then so this Saturday, man, good luck. It starts at 6 a.m. Eastern time, main card. Prelim start at 3 a.m. Eastern time. It is in China. Johnny Walker versus Zhang Mingyang. Don't care about that, but I'll tell you a couple things I do care about. Brian Ortega, Aljamain Sterling. That I care about.
Brian Ortega, Aljamain Sterling?
Fuck yeah, dude.
5 rounds, too.
I'm in on that. I'm in. I'm watching that shit at 7 a.m., but lead that. Even Sergey Pavlovich, Waldo Cortez. Somebody's getting knocked the fuck out. I might wake up at 6:30 for that. You know what I mean? Now, as far as the rest of this goes, I would love to be able to be up to watch Lonier Kavanaugh versus Charles Johnson, but I just know I won't be. I just know I won't be. I would love to. I just know I won't be.
I'll be up.
Same thing with Rong Zhu, Austin Hubbard.
Yeah.
Would love to, not gonna. Michael Pereira versus Kyle Dawkins. Kyle Dawkins returns to the UFC after being a Cage Fury champ for quite some time. Would love to root the the local Cage Fury champion in Kyle Dawkins. Not going to be awake for that. I'll catch those highlights on Twitter when I wake up in the morning.
Yep.
So there are good fights on this. It's just
early as fuck.
I ain't gonna be there. I'm not gonna hold you guys. I'm not gonna be there. I love this shit. I live and breathe it. It ain't happening.
Nope.
You know what I mean? I'm not setting no fucking 3 o'clock alarm, dude, to go watch Uran Salibadioff against fucking Dr. Nugazakaye. You know what I mean? Or Zhao Long versus Su Young Yu.
Yeah,
or fucking Yiz Ha versus Weston Wilson. Nah, I'm good. Dude. I'm cool, dude. I'll catch y'all at 7 a.m. I'll be up. I'll have that shit on the TV. Yeah, other than that. And then what do we got after that? So we got that. And then the Elite, or no, I'm sorry, that's past. Imavov Barajas. And then the week after that is Noche, and you got Lopez Silva.
Yep.
So we'll get past
our
this.
Next pay-per-view is not until October 4th.
Correct. We don't have a pay-per-view in September, but you get the double in October. You get the October 4th with Pereira and Ankalaev, and then the end of October with Aspinall gone.
Yep.
So
I guess they consider Noche like a special event for September.
Yeah, it's not a pay-per-view, but it's always a big card. This is a pretty mid Noche. I'm not gonna lie. But Zachary Reese, Dricus Du Plessis is somehow still on this. I don't know if that's gonna stay. Dricus Du Plessis, I can't believe he's not in prison. I like Zachary Reese. I hope he knocks his fucking head off.
Yeah.
I've never wanted anything more in my life. I can't stand that fucking dude, man. Go to prison, dude. Get out of here. But yeah, we'll see. We got to get through some fight nights. We'll try to keep the episodes rolling. Like to try to get them out for Monday on you. This one will be out Tuesday. So hope you're having a good Tuesday. Let's keep it hot. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up, like the video. If you're listening, audio only, man, follow. Give the show 5 stars. Turn on the automatic downloads. Never miss. Share it with your friends. Let them know who's got the best MMA podcast in the game, baby.
The gang. Peace.